Oh, that's a great question. What does it take to run a successful business, regardless of the business type, especially through COVID? Well, I think, you know, running a successful business is one thing. Running a successful business through COVID is another. I would say we are doing very well through COVID. Um, Part of it is what we've done. Part of it is luck.
Yep.
If you were a business going into COVID and you were a restaurant or events based business, or you were a business that your model was to bring lots of people together in close quarters, like the cruise industry or a nightclub, bars and restaurants, it's very tough. And I don't think there are many or any bars or restaurants that are being successful right now through COVID.
There's some are surviving.
Some are surviving, which is certainly you could consider successful. I haven't seen the income statements of too many restaurants, so it's hard to say if they're making money. I know some of the bigger companies are just losing money right now to get through to next year. I have heard that one, like I think it's Live Nation, they're a big music events
the event stuff
business. Yeah. They're looking at starting to start having events back in June of next year. That sounds a little optimistic to me, but you know, so there's that. What we have done to be successful during COVID is we were an e-commerce based business, which was luck. We were a business that offers enthusiast hobby type products. So there's a lot of bored people sitting at home, which is perfect for this time. Any business doing that type of products have seen increased sales. But the best thing we've done is we've stayed open, and that's really been the challenge. And
we work very hard at staying open.
Yeah,
like
so
it's there's a lot going on behind the scenes that keep these doors open.
Yeah.
We do it as safe of a manner as possible. There's other people in the room here with fully masked up.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah, I mean,
we're not flipping
we've
about
taken COVID seriously as kind of the person who's responsible for keeping this place open. I took it very seriously. I know there's been a lot of politicization of, is COVID real? Does it matter? It's like the flu. I've really tried to ignore all that stuff. But the reality for us is, if one person gets COVID here and comes in and exposes 10 other people, we have to send all those people home.
Yep.
And if all those people work in our manufacturing or shipping departments, then that department shuts down. It could be even worse that if that person came and gave it to 3 other people and nobody knew, and then those 4 people interacted with staff and half the company got COVID, we would shut down. And so now you're talking about turning off our website, not shipping any orders, and so that equals not successful. So the fact that we've stayed open, we have had 0 cases of COVID here this year. Knock on cast iron.
Sure.
And
ground steel plate.
It will happen at some point, but I have to really give the credit to the staff here.
Yep.
And what we did early on is we said, if you have COVID, if you think you have COVID, if you've talked to anyone with COVID, if you have a runny nose, you need to stay home. We'll pay you, and you need to go get tested.
Yeah,
and we'll pay for that.
That's a big thing, is making sure that the employees are not like penalized in any way
Right.
for having everyone's best interest and their own best interest in mind.
And I saw early on that companies were struggling with. They told employees, well, if you have COVID, you're going to have to stay home without pay. And you had people just coming in anyways because they couldn't afford to miss a paycheck. So, I think it's the right thing to do. I think it's also financially a good decision to say, everyone can get paid. Don't worry. You're going to get paid no matter what. We just don't want you to bring COVID here. So I would say that's the number one thing that we've done that I haven't seen other companies do. In addition to, we have a really strict and thorough mask wearing policy, a social distancing policy. But the main thing is we've kept sick people home. They've gotten tested. No one has tested positive.
Yep.
And we've done a good job isolating.
A large number of the people that can do work from home, just to reduce exposure.
Well, we did a lot of social distancing, especially early on. Half the company worked from home for like 3 months, including me and Nate, and anyone that could did. Our manufacturing and shipping teams were awesome. They came in the whole time. but they've been wearing masks all year,
Yep.
and I know that's not an easy thing for them to do. So again, I think the credit really goes to the staff here for listening to and taking the measures seriously.
Yeah.
I think it's really a shame that things have become politicized to the degree where it's not rational. So that's all I'll say about that. But anyways, we're open. We're having a great year. We're shipping products for you guys. Maybe next time I can talk more about what I think is just how to run a successful business in the future. Something I think about a lot. I don't get to talk about it very often, but it's 20 years of my life has been dedicated to running a successful business. So I have a lot of thoughts about that. And I always appreciate questions like that. Thanks for hearing me out.